Something's happening, and you can feel it too. The economy's cracking, jobs are vanishing, prices are climbing like never before, and yet, no one's saying what's really coming. Every warning feels louder, every number looks worse, and deep down, we all know something big is about to break. They say AI built the strongest economy in history. But what if it's the same thing that destroys it? What if this is the beginning of a silent collapse? The fall of the dollar, the rise of chaos, and the end of the world as we know it. Don't blink, because by the time you realize what's happening, it might already be too late. Stay till the end, because what you're about to hear could change the way you see everything. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because the truth we're about to uncover isn't something you'll want to miss. Everything looks normal on the surface. The streets are busy, stores are open, people are scrolling their phones, and the world keeps moving. But underneath that calm, something's shifting. It's quiet, invisible, and it's already begun. You can feel it when you walk into a grocery store and notice how much less you get for the same amount of money. You can feel it when people around you start working 2 jobs just to survive. The system isn't collapsing overnight. It's sinking, slowly, quietly, one layer at a time. The truth is, the U.S. economy is being held together by artificial strength. The numbers look strong because of AI. Artificial intelligence now drives nearly half of America's GDP growth. It's boosting stock prices, powering industries, and making the economy look alive. But the problem is, AI doesn't create stability. It creates illusion. The real industries that once built America, manufacturing, small businesses, real jobs, are shrinking. For 7 months straight, the manufacturing sector has contracted. People are being replaced, not rehired. Companies are reporting profit, but not progress. That's why everything feels wrong. Because it is. Inflation hasn't slowed down, it's just been renamed. Essentials like housing, power, and food are becoming luxury items. The middle class, the backbone of the American dream, is being erased in real time. Property taxes, medical bills, car insurance, all are quietly rising while wages stay frozen. For 5 years, people have been living in silent inflation, the kind that slowly drains every dollar before you even touch it. The economy looks like a Jenga tower missing half its pieces, one wrong move away from total collapse. And then there's the global shift, the one nobody wants to talk about. The US dollar, once untouchable, is losing trust around the world. Central banks across Asia and the Middle East are quietly dumping dollars and buying gold. China has been preparing for years. Russia already moved away from the dollar completely. The BRICS nations are building their own trade system, one that doesn't depend on America at all. This is how empires end, not with a loud explosion, but with quiet rejection. When confidence fades, the world moves on, and the dollar's fall becomes inevitable. What happens when that confidence disappears? Imports collapse, prices explode, countries start demanding gold, crypto, or alternative currencies. The U.S. will print more money to survive, which only speeds up the fall. The people holding cash will realize it buys nothing, and those who saw this coming will already be gone, prepared, relocated, ready. The signs are all around us. Layoffs rising in tech and manufacturing, banks tightening credit lines, families defaulting on loans, small businesses shutting down because people can't afford to spend anymore. These are not random events. These are the early cracks before the structure falls. It's the same pattern seen before every major collapse in history. The first phase affects the markets. The second hits the businesses. The third destroys the people. We're now moving from phase 2 to phase 3. But the most dangerous part of any collapse isn't the market. It's the people. When systems fail, humanity becomes unpredictable. Fear turns neighbors into threats. Crowds turn into mobs. The streets you walk every day become unsafe within hours. People who laughed at preppers will be the first ones searching for help. And help won't come. Because when the collapse begins, no one is coming to save anyone. The first 24 hours will decide everything. When the power goes out and your phone dies, when ATMs stop working, when store shelves go empty, that's when you'll realize this isn't a blackout. It's the blackout. There's a short window, just one day, when things are still calm, but the fall has started. That's your time to act. Withdraw cash before the machines stop. Store water before it disappears. Get fuel before stations are empty. Secure food that lasts. Medicines, batteries, maps, printed guides, things that don't need electricity. Because when the system goes dark, information vanishes with it. And when the cities start to break, when violence spreads, staying invisible will be your best protection. Don't show wealth. Don't post your supplies. Don't talk about what you have. Blend in. Look ordinary. Move early, not when everyone else starts panicking, because once the highways fill, it's too late. The right time to leave is when it feels too early. It's not about fear. It's about awareness. It's about understanding that the modern world runs on fragile threads: electricity, communication, logistics, and trust. Once those threads snap, society rewinds by decades. The strong will survive not because they have the most, but because they prepared when others didn't. What's coming won't look like the movies. It won't be an explosion. It'll be slow, silent, and systematic. The economy will shrink, the currency will weaken, and life will become harder every day. But history has shown that people who adapt fast survive longest. The ones who act early live to rebuild, and the ones who wait for help don't. So the real question isn't when the collapse happens, it's whether you're ready before it does. Because when the system finally breaks, it won't warn you twice. You can feel it too. That quiet tension no one talks about. The world isn't ending overnight, but it's changing fast. AI built the illusion of progress. The dollar carried the illusion of power. And comfort became the illusion of safety. But illusions always fade. And reality is catching up. This isn't about fear. It's about being ready when others aren't. The ones who adapt, who act early, who stay calm in chaos. They're the ones who'll make it through. If this made you think, don't ignore that feeling. Stay aware, stay prepared, and hit that subscribe button, because this is just the beginning.